Hello and welcome to another 4DXT video. We are going to be kind of talking about Robin Hood and why I think there should be a second film. A brief overview of the film. Robin's fighting the Crusades with King Richard. King Richard dies. They get the crown after ambushing the main villain, Godfrey, who set up a kill party for the king. And head back to England. King John gets crowned. Taxes are due. Godfrey is King John's best friend, goes around the country with supposedly British troops, but they're actually French that he smuggled in. Goes around, tries to cause a revolution, King Louis for France, because he wants to invade to get his wife back, or daughter back. And Russell Crowe is asked by Richard Locksley to return a sword to his father Walter, and Walter asks Russell to pretend to be his son and obviously Marion's husband, and he gets the sword in return and ends up learning his father was an honorable person who had a vision to empower everyone to be able to look after themselves, and then the crown, instead of being enslaved to the crown. Ends up in a big fight on the beach. And then the inevitable thing where Robin gets made an outlaw, and then that's where the film ends. That's kind of a very quick overview of things that happen. There's obviously a lot more things that happen as well in it, but I'm just want to chat about why I think there should have been a second film. And I believe actually the reason that they didn't have a second film is because of just money, how much money the film took in. And I think it did make a profit, but then that profit got spent on cinemas and blah blah blah, other expenditures and advertising. But I believe this is probably my favorite interpretation of Robin Hood overall, even if you compare it to Kevin Costner, because you look back at the Kevin Costner era of Robin Hood, and you can it just turns out it is old, it's cheesy. I mean, it's still good. It's still a good film, don't get me wrong, but this is a more of a real life version of Robin Hood, if you may. Or it feels more real, maybe because it's more modern technology and stuff. I don't know. I think Russell Crowe does a great performance as the Robin Hood. You've also got Mark Strong playing Godfrey. He's an excellent villain actor. I think, yeah, he does play Merlin in Kingsman, I think, and he's great in that as well. But he does a very good job at playing a villain, and really makes you hate the character. What else we got? The guy who plays King John, very good as well. And it's just a shame it sets it up so well for a sequel, because it's just getting things into play. Obviously Godfrey is kind of the main villain, but he is just he's like a stepping stone. So they always had an idea, right? Godfrey will be the main villain for this one, but it's just keying up King John to be the main villain. After that, you got the second enemy, King Louis of France. These guys are just stepping stones for the Sheriff of Nottingham and King John to be like the main villains for movie number 2. However, we never get to see this because they didn't make another film, unfortunately. And I think it's a real shame, because it kind of ends it. I mean, it ends it on a massive fight, and there's 2 really good fight scenes in the film. Even 3, like the siege of the tower is good, but it's not really a fight. All it is firing a couple of arrows and lighting a building on fire. The two main fight scenes are in Nottingham and the beach, where they're killing. Robin Hood is allied with King John, because at this point in time they don't know or that he's actually a traitor or stuff like that, or viewed as a traitor. And it just serves up so well. Obviously, there's a few things I would change in the film as well. There's a saying in the film, and it goes, "Rise and rise again until lambs become lions." And I think you hear Russell Crowe say it, like, but I believe in the trailer that there's a scene in it where Russell Crowe's in the water, he's underneath, and he's got all these French troops trying to kill him, and Godfrey's then running away. And I think what they should have done there was had a kind of vision, or like a sound effect like that is coming in his head. It would sound something in my head like, "Rise and rise again until lambs become lions." Like maybe not as accurate like that.
Rise and rise again until lambs become lions.
I don't know. I don't know if that would honestly. I don't know if that would make it any better. Sorry. Knocking about with the Go XLR. And I think that might have made it a wee bit better. Just that scene. I think that would have made more of an impact, because I think that's what they did on the trailer. I can't quite remember though. I think he does. I think, as I said, I think Russell Crowe does an excellent job at Robin Hood. Definitely the best interpretation of him, anyway. I don't know what more to say. I think it's just a shame that we never got a second film, and it just leaves it there. Like it ends on them all going to Sherwood Forest and with the lost kids, and them just kind of helping out. The guy who plays Fire Tuck, he's funny, and he's a good actor as well. Little John, he's a good laugh, and he's a good warrior. If you haven't checked the film out, I would really recommend checking it out, because it is a great film. Anyway, if you liked this kind of small analysis of Robin Hood, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscription button and leave a comment down below. I always get back to people who leave comments. Very much appreciated. Anyway, have a good day. See you guys again in the next video. Bye bye.